Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was Taken Away from Konoha by Kakashi? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, it is an idea that came to me from Anime Master's suggestion. I will be making your suggestions soon into movies. Don't worry, 3 more movies will be on your way soon. And yeah, aside from that, I have ordered a graphics tablet to learn animation and all. So I will be turning my movies and short movies, which were your ideas and some of mine, into animation on my main channel altogether. And you will be seeing a live action Naruto doodles, something like that, obviously, in the live action one. Or maybe a gacha style, the Gacha Life app that is on, iOS as well as on Android. Something similar to that, okay? Because I cannot literally draw Naruto all of a sudden out of nowhere, but I can still draw pretty much good. So yeah, I think I'll be able to handle it. Some of it at least. So stay tuned for that, and aside from that, I will be going live soon and I have ordered RAM, so don't worry, the game crashing thing will be done and gone away soon. Aside from that, I have bought a game known as Skyrim. Let me know in the comments how is that game. It is the 5th game, I guess. One with the new graphics and all that stuff. Please do let me know in the comments, and aside from that, without any further ado, enjoy the video and please leave a like and subscribe to my channel as well. Our story begins with a clan amongst the Elemental Nation that has been well hidden and now is known as a myth only. The clan of Spartans. They were warriors who discouraged the usage of chakra and toned their body so much that they were able to withhold even the strongest of shinobis. Many legends have tried to fight them on different occasions as mentioned in the stories, such as the Sage of the Sixth Path himself, who lost, surprisingly, as well as many of his own linkage, such as Indra, Asura, following suit after their father in another defeat. And for many more years, they have been kept hidden, away from the matters of the Elemental Nation, as from the sidelines they saw the Elemental Nation build themselves and then collapse due to the war and hatred and greed amongst themselves. This has been going on for more than many centuries now, but they still abide their laws and have not interfered or intervened altogether. The line that was crossed, for what they thought it was crossed, was when they sealed a sentient being known as Biju inside a human infant child. They were disgusted and altogether kept themselves hidden, and hence after many years and centuries they are regarded as only myths and nothing more than that. But Hiruzen Sarutobi and the older generation knew that they were real because their sensei have fought them, while the others thought that they were just telling them stories of people that didn't exist. Anyways, we continue on with our main story now, as we go towards the Konohagakure no Sato, in the heart of the Land of Fire, one of the strongest shinobi villages known to the Elemental Nation. As it was October 10, the night which was devastating for all village, the mighty Nine-Tailed Biju was released upon them and caused havoc and destruction everywhere. It was chaos, as many has remembered that night, peaceful, and suddenly turned into a huge nightmare when a huge mountain of a Biju attacks you. A single roar was enough to send terrors down their spines, let alone its tail thrashing down upon them and crushing their families, their loved ones in front of them. The hatred, the fear for the Nine-Tails grew only that day in the hearts of people. But that was not the last of it. Hiruzen Sarutobi, with solemn heart, was now standing in front of a fallen couple, a red-haired woman named Kushina Uzumaki, who was well adorned and loved by the village, as well as Minato Namikaze, who was seen as a hero, a messiah of the village as well. Both of them had sacrificed themselves and their family just to save their village. And here they were, laying on the ground, as they were bickering their final request as to Hiruzen. Please protect our son. Hiruzen, he is our legacy. Protect him at all cost. You as well, Kakashi. You as well. People will try to use him, Sensei, if they knew that. I know. Here, in my pocket, there's a scroll which I have prepared a contingency plan for Naruto, if his legacy was to be kept a secret. Good luck. I trust both of you and the village. As Minato passed away, as Kushina then said, I don't trust this village as much as my husband did, but I'm going to put my faith in my husband's words and in this village, Hiruzen. I know firsthand the terrors of being a Jinchuriki and how the people will see you, but I have proven myself to the village, and my son must have to as well, but given a chance, it must be. They will, Kushina. I trust them as well, as Minato did. Good. I can rest easy now. As with those words, Kushina, Uzumaki, Namikaze closed her eyes as well, as the child's cries were heard then, as their gaze moved from the solemn scene towards another heart-wrenching scene. An orphaned child crying, as if he knew that he was orphaned now. None of his family was alive now. That blonde-haired, three-whisker-marked, tan-skinned child opened his blue eyes and looked at both of them, as Hiruzen then covered Naruto with a blanket and picked him up. Okage-sama, you can't be serious. Those people will eat him alive. What do you mean, Kakashi? You can't be, I don't know how to put this word respectfully, Okage-sama, but look at those people. They're devastated. They would put all their blame on Naruto for their hurt, for the curse. One way or another, they will hurt Naruto, and I cannot allow that to happen. I know, but someone must have to sacrifice, as Kakashi's eyes widen, as his gut wrenched after hearing these words from Hiruzen. What do you mean? As the elders arrived from the shadows, we had known about Minato's plan, and his second plan was to make Naruto into a weapon. What? No, you're lying. Sensei would never do that. As suddenly Anbu surrounded Kakashi. If you stand in our way, Kakashi, this is what will happen. I can't believe this. You promised them on their dying breaths, Hiruzen, and you will protect their child, and now this is the way you repay them for all the sacrifices they made? Some sacrifices are necessary. You mean this was planned? No. It was an opportunity. Opportunity, you say, you damn bastard. Do you know what you're saying? My sensei's dead body isn't even cold, and you're talking about his infant son. Like that. A pity. Another Hatake going down the line like that. Anbus, kill Kakashi. As many of them didn't want to move. You are my comrades. How could you let this happen? I'm sorry, Kakashi. Orders are orders. And we are loyal to the village. As they all attacked Kakashi, but suddenly they all were in a trance, as so was Hiruzen and the elders, as from the murder of crows, Itachi Uchiha appeared, a much younger one. At that, he was only 5. Here, Itachi. Here, Kakashi, take Naruto and leave. Itachi? What are you? I knew about this. I knew about the Uchiha clan as well. I have warned them, and we are already moving out, away from them. They want our dojutsu and the Uchihas that they could control. We are leaving, and so could be said for Yugas. And many of the clans have already decided, because we knew they were going to betray us. You mean all major clans are leaving this village? This village is already doomed, Kakashi. It is the last final gift for Kushina Oba-chan from me. I have protected their legacy. Here, these are the scrolls that To-chan and Ka-chan gave me. They belong to both Minato and Kushina. You have to leave, now. As before he could move in front of Kakashi, Hiruzen saw to be stabbed straight through Itachi's heart, as Itachi's eyes widened. And Mikoto and Fugaku saw this. Even Mikoto's Mangekyo were activated that night, but they couldn't do anything. They used fireball jutsus and took their dead bodies, the son's dead body, and left. Itachi Uchiha, at the age of 6, was dead. Protecting Naruto Uzumaki and fulfilling his mother's promise to his Oba-chan. I have fulfilled your promise, mother. You damn child. You're idiot. Stay strong, Itachi. We'll get you medical help that you need. As after that, the Uchiha family disappeared, and so did Kakashi, running as fast as he could, as the elders were there standing. They've gotten away. What now? You told me your plan will work, Danzo. As from the shadows, Danzo finally appeared. Oh, it will, Hiruzen. My route is already guarded. They will bring in the clans back after murdering their clan heads. As for the child, I think it is good that people will think that the child is dead, while we or I will search for him in the secret. That will be for the best. That will be for the best indeed. As after that, the three of them left. Or more like only Hiruzen left, as Danzo just stood there, and both Koharu and Homura turned on their heels and turned to him. Who knew? Putting some jutsus on Hiruzen will make him loyal to us. That was necessary, and he has his uses. He's our friend after all, said Homura. Yes, he is, Danzo. It was revealed that Hiruzen Sarutobi was put under some jutsus, a permanent ones with seals that he could be made loyal to Danzo, Koharu, and Homura, and hence the downfall of village, or the glorification of village in their eyes began. The village in the eyes and shape of their own. Time skip. It has been 5 years since it was common knowledge amongst elemental nations that Konoha was now a husk of its former glory. They were trying so hard to be the greater Konoha from the previous one, but they failed greatly. They lacked what previous Konoha had, the will of fire, the belief. They lacked in emotions now. They were just tools that were disregarded. They would dive headfirst, but without any strategy or anything. They were only ragdolls, controlled by strings by Danzo himself. And as for the clans, they have joined other villages, as well as formed some of their own groups again. As many of the other clans who were discouraged by their villages were also joining in on them, and hence forming a new community altogether. As for Naruto, he and Kakashi were still on the run, and Naruto was growing up exponentially, as he was a healthy 1 year old now, as Kakashi would save his clone here and go out to the jobs. He wouldn't leave the village, but he would do odd jobs just to make ends of meat for both him and Naruto, and sometimes hunt down some stuff and sell it to the butcher shop to get some milk for Naruto as well. Life was stable for him, and Kakashi was doing all he could for his little brother, as he thought. As some more time passed, as Naruto was now 5 years of age, as 4 more years passed, and in those 4 years, the downfall of Konoha has just increased much more. Konoha was now a minor village regarded amongst the other 4 elemental nations. It was not even called upon the Kage Summit anymore, because it was not required. Heck, Taki has taken Konoha's place now as the 5th weakest elemental nation in the past 4 years, and Konoha was now in the stead of Taki, a village that was disregarded even though they were strong. And Danzo was just getting frustrated. Why was this happening? They were supposed to be ruling over this world, not become the laughingstocks. This could not go on. He must find a way. And that is when he met a plant-like creature known as Zetsu. As we go see the meeting, it was nighttime as Danzo was, pulling his hair out from his head in frustration. Damn it! Those ignorant bastards. How could they ignore Konoha, who was at the top of the food chain at one point? And now that we are crumbling somewhat, and this is how they regard us? I even have the daimyo in my pocket. But I still can't get through those numbskulls. Sooner or later I will have this whole world in my palm, and I will be the sole ruler of it. You can, said a voice as Danzo's eyes went. Who is there? Ah, Danzo, it is me. You need to calm down, buddy. Who are you? I am Zetsu. As a creature appeared from the ground. What do you want, Zetsu? Oh, just to give you an offer. An offer without any reward? Yes, you see, I am a holder of a great secret. A secret to immortality and greater power. The power of the Sage of the Sixth Path. As Danzo's eyes narrowed first, but then when he noticed that the plant-like creature was not lying, or his chakra or heart rate was not increased, he widened his eyes. You cannot be serious. It was just a myth. Oh, but it is reality. The power of the Sage of the Sixth Path is real. How do you think the chakra spread out through the world? What should I do to get that power? As that's so smart and thought perfect. Simple. You have to gather the 9-tailed Bijus and revive the 10-tails. There is a 10-tails? Yes, but for that you might need a Rinnegan. Ah, a Rinnegan, huh? That will be troublesome, but I am sure there is one Rinnegan user in the Rain Country. Yes, there was. Here are the Rinnegans. I took them for myself, but the thing is, I'm an artificial being created by the said power to be its guardian, and I cannot use it on my own to achieve that level. So I've been searching for the rightful owner who has the guts to use that power. And Danzo Shimura, you are that man. But I'm not a nice guy, you see. I have the plans of world domination and all stuff. That is the reason I'm giving this power to you. The more reason to give it to you. Because you want everything under your rule. Isn't that right, Danzo? You want the world to be yours, to control and play with. You see, Sage was not a people as people think he was, a kind-hearted person. No, that was bullshit. He was the most manipulative bastard out there. You see, he thought of emotions as his weapon while you think they are a weakness. I'm sorry, I don't get it. What you're trying to say? Emotions as a weapon? He will play people like a fiddle. He will play with their emotions. Compassion, he will show them. And make them bend to his will. As Danzo's eyes widen. This could be it. He could probably bring in more people with this. Alright? What else do I need? Oh, you need some more crew, because it will be hard to get Bijus from the other villages. And let's not forget, the 9-tailed Biju kid is still on the run. You have to track him down as well. You knew about our village secret? I existed long before any of you did, or even the villages did. I have been kept in hiding, finding for the true user of that power. The previous one I chose was Madara Uchiha, who failed greatly, as you all know. Ah, I remember. The final valley battle. Yes, you do. Now, are you going to accept this offer, or are you going to reject this, Danzo, and be the person you are? I still need time to think. Think all you want, Danzo, but time is still ticking, and there are some well-known candidates out there that I can go after now. The reason I came for you first was because I thought that you have or was able to gather a village under your thumb. By crook, of course, but that was surprising and quite interesting to watch. So, you were made my first candidate. And certainly you didn't disappoint. For many years you have tried to get run of this village from emotions. But now you know that they can be a key factor in what you want to achieve. So, I will give you 1 week. I will come back the same time next week and hear your answer, Danzo. As after that, the Zetsu plant-like creature disappeared, and Danzo was left in his own thoughts after that. As after that, the 2 elders were there within 1 week and were discussing what to do, and they finally reached a decision. As Zetsu arrived next week to finally hear the answer from Danzo, as Danzo was just sitting in his Hokage chair, as well, Hiruzen was hidden, while Koharu and Homura were besides him. So, what is your answer, Danzo? Simple. I would love to have that power, But what is it in it for you? Said Homura, cutting Danzo in. Simple. I was created as an artificial consciousness to be the protector of that power. I was the one who split that up because many people were after that power after that time when Sage passed away, and I couldn't protect it on my own because I was only one and there were many. So the 9 Bijus came into place after I split it 10 tails up. I see. So you want us to believe that story. That is not a story. This is reality. And if you don't want any of this, I can go now. I have many other candidates here that will love to have that power. Fine then, said Homura, as Danzo was getting irritated by these two. Shut up, both of you. I agree with you. We need that power. What? Danzo, we do not need that power. It could be a trap. It is not a trap. I have checked him again and again, and he does not have any lying capabilities or vitals that are going high. You bastard, I'm using a jutsu to use some vitals which normalize vitals. I don't have any vitals, you damn bastard. Torzatsu, bingo. As well as Zetsu then said, with pleasure, my lord. I shall serve you from today onwards, and will help you track down the 9 Bijus and the husk of the 10 tails, and for you to revive the 10 tails, my lord. That you shall do, Zetsu. Now go and track down all the Bijus, and once you're done, inform me. As this communication was being taken place, we see a freed Hiruzen with wide eyes watching this from the shadows, as well as Jiraiya of the Sannin, who freed him from the seals after freeing himself from the said seals as well, through toads, once he summoned them, in the state of seal in a battle. Damn it, I cannot believe I have gone and done it. I can hardly believe that Kakashi will believe me now. You still remember those memories? I do. I remember every and each moment as if it was vivid. Kakashi looking heartbroken at what I was saying, but he doesn't know that I was being controlled. We have to leave. Konoha is not the place safe for us. And get Tsunade as well. Don't worry, I have contacted her. As Hiruzen left with Asuma as well as Konohamaru, the only 2 living members of his family left alive, while the rest were, well, killed, some by his own hands, some by his son Asuma. He was saddened by the fact that he had to leave his clan house, but it was for the best for the time being. As they left to venture out, they first went towards the Hyuga compound inside Kumo because they wanted the Hyugas first, as Ei was skeptical to let him allow to meet. But when Hiruzen said that he wanted, well, to hide here from Konoha or his old teammates, they were surprised. As we see A, B, as well as Hiyashi and the 2 Sannins alongside their sensei standing there. Hokage-sama, I'm not Hokage. Hiruzen-sama then. I don't understand. As the seals were placed in front of them, these seals were prepared by me to make enemies talk. Well, Danzo somehow got a hand on this and modified them through Orochimaru to make them slave seals, to control one's mind and will. As their eyes widened, you mean you were played by that bastard? They have this tool in their disposal? Yes. Avoid any of your shinobis to get in contact through these seals. They should be taught of this. We are telling the other nations about this as well, even Eva. We don't want them to befall on the same fate that we and our clans did. Well, to be honest, Kumo treats us well than Konoha did. To them we were only tools, but here we have a right. We can say our opinions, and they will listen, and give us a decision. Well, we in Kumo believe that everyone has equality, and should be given a reason to choose, and that is why I am honored to have you here, the head of the Hyuga clan, Hiyashi Hyuga. I as well. We had put aside our, well, differences, and I was surprised when he told me that my brother, Hisashi was kept alive, but as only a prisoner here. I see. It is good. I am happy that you're happy here. But there's something that is bothering me. What happened to Minato and Kushina's son? You mean those two had a child? Ei said. Yes, they did. Right, Kage-sama. But the thing is, at that time, we were watching this all from the shadows. They sacrificed their life for the village and they wanted their legacy to be protected. But their student, the last alive and loyal student, took their legacy away. When Hokage-sama, who was under control at the time, did that. For the last time, Hiyashi, I'm not Hokage. And that's pretty much of the gist of it. I am surprised why wasn't Jiraiya there. Orochimaru was the one who put a seal on me, and he could have done the same to Hime if it wasn't for me. I was able to get away from them due to the summoning of toads within a battle. And after I regained my consciousness, the toads told me that I was acting strange, and when I saw the seal, I deciphered it, and I knew what was going on. But it was too late. Many years have passed, and we still do not know where the child is. This is quite terrifying. But where is that child? We have to find him down. I might have seen Kakashi Harake, but I think he has dropped the mask. He's quite a playboy in a village nearby ours, and he has been staying there. You mean the mountain village? Yes, there. And I've seen a kid with 3 whisker marks, and Yuki said that he smells like foxes. As their eyes widen, we have to go there. Now, he is Minato's son, after all. Ei respected Minato because he, in the war, let him and his brother go when they were wounded. Well, obviously they fought, and the reason they got wounded was him, but he let them go alive, after giving them a chance. And they accepted. Even though I am still sore about my defeat in the war from him, I still respect him because he was a man of honor and word. He let us go and did not attack us from behind once. So that is why I'm going to return the favor by protecting his legacy. B? Yeah, bro. Gather Yujito and Samui and Karui. You with your team and, well, with the, what should I call you now? You're not from Konoha. Hiruzen and his students. With Hiruzen and his students should go to the mountain village and bring Kakashi Harake as well as Dart Uzumaki here. Thank you, Eisama. Listen, old man, I'm gonna say this once. I still hardly trust you because you might still be under the effect of seals, so it would be best that if you're wearing those restraints when you meet him. I accept. I do not know if any of the seals are placed there as well, because the Danzo is a cunning bastard and he always has a backup plan. You see, that is the reason I'm worried. He might have a tracker seal on you. There was. I have removed that, said Jiraiya, from myself and from the two. Tsunade was awfully quiet, as Aiden said. Tsunade, knowing you all these years, I know one thing. You never are quiet. What is wrong? Why are you quiet? I just still can't believe the village that my ancestors created is now going down to hell like this, and by their own student nonetheless. As she was enraged, Sensei, if you had done that, I would have committed a coup and killed you and myself, but damn, they deserve worse fate than that. A slow, painful death for what they have done to the memory of my ancestors, the Senju clan. They will pay for this. They will, Hime, said Jiraiya. They will, when the time comes. You're right, Jiraiya. When the time comes, they shall pay. Dearly. As we have a time skip, it took 1 week to get to the mountain village from Kumo, as within 1 week they reached there, and Kakashi noticed them. As Kakashi was about to leave when he was stopped, Kakashi had changed his hairstyle. His gravity-defying hair was now in back hairstyle, all the way back, and his face mask was gone. But the eye scratch was still there. He was using a henji on his eye to cover his Sharingan. Kakashi? Hokage-sama. I'm not Hokage anymore. Jiraiya-sama? Tsunade-sama. I guess you finally come to your senses then, or rather you're with them. No, I have come to my senses, you can say that. Fine, we can talk. but I'm not bringing you to my house or Naruto. As the Kumo group was quite surprised, and Killer then said, "You fool! So that is the reason you hide your mask? Face behind a mask? Pretty much. That is the reason." Huh. You know what? Please keep it hidden. That is a huge weapon that can, pretty much get any woman. Yeah, once I was crossing Kiri, there was some trouble there, so I helped them out in return for some supplies, and I didn't know at the time, but I helped them won the war, and let's just say the Mizukage is after me since then. You mean Mei Terumi? Yup. And that is why I moved here in the mountain village near Kumo. But how come you got here unsuspected? There are some back rooms that I knew about. Uh-oh. Brother is not gonna like this one bit. Well, if I was able to discover those, some other will. So, you'll be good, I told you, and in return you will give us protection from Konoha. Is that a deal? Deal. Fine. Naruto, you can come out now. As from behind came out an 8-year-old child now. As 2 more years have passed since then, this was happening, and we see an 8-year-old Naruto standing there. He was, well, like Kakashi said, similar to him, and he was wearing a face mask as well. Naruto, my boy, is that you? Yes, it is me. But why is he wearing a face mask? Said a 12-year-old Kenin. In Kumo, it was at the age of 11 that they made cannons, and it has been 1 year since Yujito, Samui, and Karuvi were made cannons. As 8-year-old Naruto dropped his face, "He's so cute," said Kari in the skill as Naruto was dropped to the ground as he wear his face mask again. Please, He's quite introvert, and, well, that is why he wears a mask. He's quite embarrassed when his face mask is off. I see. But Kakashi, I thought that you were afraid of the same thing. I was, but change of circumstances happened and I had to change my fears as well. I see. Time skip, we go back to Kumo inside Raikage's office. And that pretty much it, said Kakashi as he finished off the story. I see. So these are the hidden back rooms, getting away from in and out of Kumo or away. These shall be sealed away, Kakashi Hatake. Consider yourself lucky because you told us, and you're not a part of that accursed village. And you've done a great job, well, in protecting Naruto. If he wants to become a shinobi, he will be shinobi of Kumo now. If that is okay with you all. Since he is resided here. Naruto, do you want to be shinobi? As Naruto nodded. Well then, it is decided then. B, you will train him since he is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Alright, bro. As after that, Naruto's training began as Kakashi also joined Kumo. And as for the Uchihas, let's just say they were with Iwa. And the two Sanins and the Hokage had things to do, which was traveling. While for the upcoming years, Naruto trained with the Team B. We go towards the time skip of 5 more years. As Naruto was now 13 years old and the others were older than him, almost now adults now, considered to be by our standards. But there they were just Jonins, while Naruto was now a Genin, but still a part of Team B, which was considered an Anbu team now. As things are going great for them, they were doing some missions, some consignments, as well as some other jobs, which are hit-and-run assassinations. As after such one mission, we see that Naruto was resting in his own tent. All of them had their owns, but Naruto had to buy a big tent for some reason. And that some reason was, well, obvious, because Samui, Yujito, and Kaori had a, well, habit of entering his tent in the night and hugging him like a plushy teddy bear. Even though Naruto was, well, quite introvert when his mask was off, he was still now outright annoyed by this gesture, because they always hogged over his, well, place and would rarely let him rest by all the squeezing that they do. You know, all if you can rest on your own. I still don't get it why you have to still sleep in my tent. Because of you, I had to buy a huge one, and that is why you're kind, Naruto-kun, said Yujito, as Naruto's face was now in her bosom. As Naruto blushed, you know, I am not a kid anymore, and we shouldn't... What do you mean? You want to do this? Kaori said as she kissed Naruto. You know, that is not okay. It is okay. In elemental nations, remember? You are an adult now. As Naruto gulped. As someone even said, not cool. Why am I left alone? As another kiss was heard, as the three giggling were heard, as Naruto, well, was blushing. As B was on the other side, hugging his knees. Why, you fool, you fool. Why, this fool is the only fool that is left alone, fool. You know what, B? Said Gyuki. I don't know what to say, but you really are a dumbass. What do you mean, Gyuki? Why am I the dumbass here? Said B. He was too damn, well, jealous of Naruto that he forgot his rapping. Whoa, you're out of your character now, B. I don't care. I just want to know, how come there isn't a woman who loves me? I mean, I'm an awesome, you know, kind of guy. Hey, why are you laughing? That is the most funniest joke that I ever heard. As Kirby was now sulking badly. I'm joking, B. I'm joking. You have your own, you know, ups and downs, but you'll find someone soon. You better hope I do. You fool. Here he is, finally back. After getting some confidence. I'm gonna write some rap about this fool. About a heartless shinobi who is out there searching for his heart. If it is good, I'll listen then. Thanks, homie. As after that, B was now writing his own rap. As we go towards the previous Hokage, the exiled one, and his students. They have moved from Kumo to Kiri, and then from Suna all the way up to Iwa now. As Oniki and Hiruzen were staring at each other. Oniki with narrowed eyes as Hiruzen sighed. Oniki, you have to talk to me. This is not a staring competition. Your village has been causing a lot of ruckus. It is not my village anymore. Bullshit. I mean, the previous Konoha was, but this new one is not. You had a huge hand in building that village, Hiruzen, to what it is now. I do not have any hand in what it is now, but the previous Konoha under my regime was mine. Well, the reason I hate it because is they're trying to invade and get more shinobis from us by kidnapping the clan has children. They tried Sasuke Uchiha of our Uchiha clan. Your Uchiha clan. Yeah, it was bound to happen anyway. What other clans are here? The Akamichis, as well as the Nara clan are here as well. I see. So where did the Yamanaka went? I think that they went to either Kumo or either Suna. I see. But I really thought that Shikaku would go to Suna. Well, he tried, but he thought that we had better offer for him, so he came here. That is just like Shikaku. So all the clans from the previous Konoha are now amongst you all. Yes, they are saddened that they could rarely meet each other, but we of the other four nations, aside from Konoha, had an alliance amongst each other, that we will not attack one another. And now that the clans of yours have become a part of each of the village, there has been much more talks about the peace treaty amongst each other. They want to really get back and know each other and get in contact, and that the only way is to become allies, and that is why they're pushing for alliances, and so are we, but not with Konoha. To be honest, Oniki, I want you to do the same. Konoha is a place you want to avoid. Danzo, Koharu, and Homura have Gon's Nile. They want this whole world to be under their thumb, and I'm here to tell you their plan. Your Jinchurikis must be protected at all cost, and so could be the others. We have already warned the others, and we are here to warn you. They want your Jinchurikis to, well, get along with their plan. What plan? Simple. World domination. What else do you think? World domination. Those are quite big words, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Don't you think? I'm not lying. One bit, Oniki. They will do it. You know Danzo, right? He will do it. Any chance he gets, he will. That snarl old bastard. He doesn't want anyone to interfere with his plans. He just wants to rule over this world, and the only way he's going to do this is because of the Jinchurikis. I don't get it. Why the Jinchurikis though? Simple. The Bijus. You dumb numbskull. The Bijus. You see, I heard them talk with a plant-like creature known as Zetsu. Zetsu, you know him? You know him as well? Onigi? Yes, I know him. He came here offering me the same stuff about the Ten Tails and all, but I rejected it, thinking that it must be a myth. Danzo doesn't think so, and he wants to continue on with this plan. And I'm afraid if he does, then there will be a lot of chaos. And Danzo has the tools and the means to cause the chaos now as well. What do you mean by that? You can't be serious that the Rinnegan user is real. I saw the Rinnegans myself, and now Danzo has the possession over them. As Oniki was not quiet, this is not good, Hiruzen. We must call for a Kage summit now. That we should. As at Oniki's request, a Kage summit was called, and within 1 week, the 4 Kages were gathered there. As the 4 Kages were seated now, alongside the Takigakure's leader, because they also had a Jinchuriki. As after the whole things were about to be discussed, the Iron Country leader said, "Please know these grounds are neutral and have been ever since before. And we will respect that if you respect the rules and regulations of this land. We will. Now the meeting is beginning." The leader of the Itagi country said, "I would like to know why was I called here. I am rarely called to these Kage summits if it is world-threatening." It is world-threatening. Danzo Shimura from Konoha, our previous home, said Hiruzen Sarutobi as he began, is trying to revive the Ten Tails. He already is in the possession of the Rinnegan, and all he needs is the 9 Bijus now. You also hold one of the Bijus, right? Yes, we hold the 7 Tails, and that is why this Jinchuriki's life is in danger. So what are you all thinking? We are thinking same thing, to protect our Jinchurikis now. But some of them are dead and our Bijus are free. Simple. We will put them with our other Jinchurikis, making them the Jinchuriki of the 2 Bijus. But only an Uzumaki was able to hold them in the previous generations, Oniki said, cutting Hiruzen in. Oh no. I know what you're thinking, but I don't like the best part of it, Oniki. Well, it is kind of my revenge on his child. He is still a kid, and so were mine children, who he killed. You attacked the village, Oniki. You, Kumo, did. Or did you forget what you did to Uzushio? Those are the different things. It's the same thing, you old bastard. The world-ending catastrophe is up on our asses, and now is the time for you to discuss about the previous matters? As Oniki fell quiet. Fine. We will see if the child can hold it in, and then we will do this. What Bijus are not sealed yet? Ours, the dolphin horse, as well as the slug, and, as well as none other than the 3 tails. 3 more Bijus alongside Kyuubi. I don't know if Naruto will be able to hold them in. There is a seal, Sensei, said Jiraiya. It is called the full pentagram seal. With this, 3 other more Bijus can be sealed here. We can just implement that on Minato's seal and it will work. And that is what happened. The other Bijus, already knowing about this, agreed once they figured this out. As we go and have a cutscene, as we see Mei standing in front of the 3 tails Isebu, who was hidden. What do you want from me? Mizukage. Isebu. Is it true that there was a 10 tails? How do you know about that? The usual calm Isebu said with a cold tone. A creature known as Zetsu is going around sparking nonsense about the Ten Tails revival and the world domination. This is not good, Mizukage. Ten Tails is very much real, and we are a part of it. The sage himself so distributed us to protect the humans from its greater power. I see. I somewhat know that myself. Well, you see, Isebu, we had a meeting because Konoha, or the new Konoha, as we call it now, something is going on there, and its leader, the new leader, has accepted this offer. He already is in possession of Rinnegan. This cannot be good. We have to stop them at all cost, or otherwise there will be too much bloodshed, too much destruction, or the worst fate might happen. The greatest calamity of all times will appear. Who? I cannot say her name. Names have power. Meiterumi. Way too much power, and she might be awoken. As a visage of a woman with white silver hair and white pale skin was shown, tied in the center core of moon in space, with seals and chains, as her eyes were still closed, but her eye on the forehead, the third eye, opened. But it was demonic, black, with red slit. As we go down, back to the earth, she is stirring awake. This is not good. Meaning what she is doing is real. We have to hurry. Warn the others. What do you want me to do? We were hoping you might be, acceptful of being sealed again inside an Uzumaki child. And Uzumaki, you're using a 4 pentagram, aren't you? The only Uzumaki I remember, he has the fox's scent on him. I do not know where that boy is. You can use that much of sense. We still talk amongst each other in the circle which the sage prepared. Many of the Bijus do, and I know that Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, has a Jinchuriki, an Uzumaki. I see. So you know that we are going to seal you in him. That I do. Have the other agreed already? As Isebu closed his eyes, they have. They are already moving. And the Jinchurikis, they are moving towards that boy as well. Why that boy? I don't understand. We are forming our own team, and he will be the strongest since he will be the pentagram user. Meaning he will be go in and out of our Biju states, and he can use them all at once, holding the ultimate power. He will be the leader of the Biju's alliance force, as they already named, said Isebu with a laugh. As Isebu shrunk down into a chibi state, as Mei picked him up. You know, you look beautiful like this. I will take that as a compliment then. Time skip. Naruto was already, back from his mission now. And we see him inside the Raikage's office. Raikage-sama, what is going on here? These 4 Bijus will be sealed. These 3 Bijus will be sealed inside of you. The 6-tailed slug, the dolphin horse 5 tails, and the 3 tails turtle. Okay, but you told me that I have the 9 tails already. Won't this harm? No, child, this won't. You can talk? Knowing Kurama's personality, said the dolphin horse, I knew fully well that he wouldn't talk to you, Brad. Don't worry, we'll make him agree soon. As Naruto wasn't prepared for sealing, Jiraiya, alongside all the seal masters available, prepared the 4 pentagram seal, and 1 pentagram already was glowing once the seal was prepared, indicating that it was the QB. And then the 3 tails was the first one to enter, and then was the 5 tails, and then it was the 6 tails, going in the right numbering. As after that, the 4 pentagram glowed, and Naruto's whole body was covered with seals, until it went back into the 4 pentagram, with the kanjis 4, the 3 tails first, and on the right side it was the 5 tails. On the left side of this, of it was the six tails, and in the final parts it was the nine tails all written together. In the center heart of it was written as Uzumaki Namikaze, the user's name, and Naruto was that user. And having become the Jinchuriki of not only one but three other Bijus, Naruto was now having difficulty using his chakra. Naruto has to go through a lot of training, so he was allowed to travel amongst the four villages now and to train and meet other people. And that he did. He met along with many of different sorts of people, such as the previous friends of his parents and all those stuff. As many years have passed, and now we see an 18-year-old Naruto Uzumaki sitting there, as Zetsu was not still able to track down any beaches, surprisingly, because of the planning of the elemental nations. And as for the Konoha, it was getting frustrating. Zetsu, you bastard! Have you not still found any of the Bijus? Not even one! I'm trying, my lord. Trying my best to locate them, but it seems as if the villages are trying to protect them. The Jinchurikis as well, alongside those Bijus who were still roaming free. It would have been easy for us. Something was different about Danzo this time around. His eyes were different. They were Rinnegan's. He has implanted those eyes in exchange for his own. As Koharu and Homura were nowhere to be seen, it turns out they got into his nerves so much, and he was so much, drowned in his own power, that he killed them, executed them, thinking that he was being held back by both of them. And now Danzo was a loose cannon. Many of the shinobis within his own village was deserting. Even his own root was deserting him, because of his cruel and vicious methods now to train his shinobis. He was nothing more than a dictator now. The baddest of the baddest dictators. You can say he was on the same level as Adolf Hitler. As we go towards Naruto, he was still meditating while some rustling in the bushes was heard. As it could be seen as it was Ino Yamanaka, Hinata Yuga, as well as Uchitoni, Kuretsuchi, and Samui and Kari, as these were watching Naruto, as Naruto's eyebrow twitched. You know girls can come out, I can still sense you. As they all were now sitting in front of him. Anything I can do for you all? Why are you, hiding? As Hinata was blushing while poking her fingers, and Naruto was still confused. As Ino, being the brat and loudmouth one, she slammed her lips on Naruto. We love you, you dipshit! And we have agreed and formed an alliance, the All-Konoichi Alliance, to be your harem. So consider yourself lucky, bastard. As Naruto's jaw dropped. What? How is this even decided? Is this even legal? As the Kages, who were watching this thanks to Hiruzen's orb that he newly created, were giggling. I don't get it why I even here, but this is interesting. I thought that it was just a side job or a boring thing to do, but it is kind of fun to see them interact like this. So how about this? This boy, he can be the final straw to make a political alliance amongst each other, and to make Konoha weaken even more. You know that Konoha is not a place anymore for us, right? We should avoid it at all costs. Even its own shinobis are deserting that village. Even the roots, the vicious of the vicious shinobis are leaving, because Danzo is a loose cannon now. It is Danzo's fault for this. Danzo is the reason the village is at its destruction doorstep. An opportunity for all of us, gentlemen. So what now? We agree to this alliance or not? Said May. Because if we do, then I have my own, someone that I want. As Kakashi felt chills run down his spine. Oh no. I sense great disturbance in the force. This cannot be right. And suddenly, stomping sounds were heard, and Kakashi was bolted down to the ground as he was being crushed to hug. It was Mei Terumi. Kakashi-kun, where did you left me? You were busy in the meeting, Mizukage-sama. Drop that act, Kakashi. As she dropped the mask and squealed in delight, Mama likey. As she kissed Kakashi, poor Kakashi's soul literally left his body. That is why he liked 2D girls, not the real life ones. But he was okay with this affection, as he could see the visage of Obito with Rin, as Rin was chuckling while Obito was literally pointing at him with jealousy while he got smacked in the back of the head from Rin, as Kakashi chuckled with a nice smile. As we go towards Naruto, he was finally able to keep away and hide himself in a shrine that was abandoned, and he did not see where it was, as he saw one single mask there with a crack on it. The life and death mask, as it had a swirl mark on it, the Uzumaki mask. It must be the Uzumaki shrine. As Naruto wore this mask, as 2 souls appeared. On his left eye was the Shinigami, and on his right was the Kami. Trade and we shall give you what you desire. I don't have anything to trade. You are honest, Naruto Uzumaki. But because of the needs of the elemental nation, we will give you a present. Because of the fate that has been altered with so much. As from the bright light appeared his 2 parents, in breathing and flesh bodies. Kushina and Minato were alive again, and they were standing in front of him. Naruto remembered his parents because Kakashi had a picture of his sensei and Kushina. Ka-chan, To-chan, as Naruto hugged both of them. Naruto? As they were happy as well, as the mask finally cracked and disappeared. Think of it as a final gift from us, Naruto. The fate of this world rests upon your shoulders, son, and they will help you out. And after understanding everything what was going on, Kushina and Minato were not happy. And finally, Danzo was foolish enough to declare war upon the 4 elemental nations. And sadly, as fate would have it, he lost badly. So much that the whole village was destroyed. As now we see, after the end of a great war, which was already over within 1 hour. Because 4 great nations, with all of even Konoha's previous clans, and Konoha, which was the husk of its former glory, was destroyed now. As Danzo was still roaming around with 1 normal eye, as the Rinnegan's were destroyed. You think you can defeat me? I am to be the supreme ruler of this land. Nobody can defy Danzo Shimura. Nobody! You are all nothing more than pathetic pests in my path that I could just squash and... Before he could say anything, he was stabbed in the heart. You are getting on my nerves, Danzo. Way too much. And I am not controlled by nobody. It was Orochimaru in the end who killed the most vicious one out of all of them. Orochimaru? I'm tired of him, Sensei. Konoha is done for. Nothing should be remained of this husk of a former village. And you all should move on, as do I. Time skip. Many years have passed after that, as Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze was a legend, or became a legend amongst the 5 elemental nations. Yes, 5. Taki has taken the place of Konoha now. For real, officially, in the eyes of the whole elemental nations. And as for Naruto and his parents, they were surprised that they were in the heart of the 5 elemental nations, in their own house as they were given. It was unusual grounds for all of the 5 nations where they would sat down and discuss their matters. So their house was always bustling. Kakashi moved to, Kiri because he had to marry Mizukage. And for Naruto, he married all his wives and were happy with them. Sasuke was still with Sakura. Lol. And his mother was, expecting many grandchildren and always bickering to Naruto to give her grandchildren already, while she was still 25 years of age. Because of that, the age didn't work on her, and same could be said for Minato. And Minato was trying to convince her that their 19-year-old son still needs time for that. But she thought the otherwise. She would rather have grandchildren than die anytime soon. And that is what she wanted, so Naruto had to give her that, even though he didn't like it one bit. So, time skip 5 years later, a 24-year-old Naruto well, was now sitting in his room with some of his pregnant wives and some who had children, as all of them were looking at Naruto with glares. Take care of them. We'll be going on our vacation. We're done. Thanks a lot, Ka-chan. Do-chan, you two are on a vacation, on a honeymoon again, and I'm stuck here. Naruto said, but I'm happy. And as for his Bijus, they were just laughing at his state, even Kurama. The fox has warmed up to him somewhat and was smirking like that now. Up to him. You deserve that, brat, for all the bullshit you pulled on me. As Naruto, cries could be heard of desperation, but were ignored by his wives as well as his parents. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you did, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out.